Hey Hagerstown, this is Chase Anthony, your King of Hagerstown Pride, and I'm joined here now with Tim Lupersbeck. He's the VP of Events and Pride Committee Co-Chair. How we doing, Tim?
Hey, I'm good, Chase. How are you, King of Hagerstown Pride?
I'm doing well.
Good.
So, if you can introduce yourself.
You bet. So, Tim Lupersbeck, as Chase mentioned, also known as DJ Sidekick, too. So, a lot of you guys are familiar faces in that sense, too. So, I wear two hats with the Hopes community, and I enjoy that. So, I am one of two vice presidents, as Chase mentioned, too. I'm a Hagerstown native here, so Hagerstown Hopes really rings true. I'm a proud gay man here in this community, and love staying active, and really excited to be a part of planning Pride as one of the co-chairs. My other co-chair, Chaz, is not able to join us tonight, but you will certainly be seeing him on some publications pretty soon.
And in regards to the Pride Committee, what does that entail?
Well, this is the first time we've had a specific Pride committee. We've had a lot of great Pride volunteers, but this is the first time we've really formalized it. And it's funny, we got all our ducks in a row, and then the COVID pandemic shut down. So we're like, oh, great, we're going to meet, once a month and get everything planned. And then it was just like, well, so certainly we offered a lot of good insight onto the reasons why we thought it was practical to cancel Pride versus rescheduling for 2020, unfortunately. But what it entails now are two co-chairs being held accountable for a lot of the big decisions when it comes to Pride. What platform are we going to stream on? What are the entertainers going to look like? How do we promote this? How do we kind of make it really seamless? Traditionally, though, that would consist of people making all the decisions from the stage to the fencing to the porta potties to managing a lot of the vendors as well too. So hopefully 2021 will be a lot more normal, whatever that means for us, and we'll really be able to show off what the committee can do.
How are we adapting our plans to stay active in the community in the meantime? I mean, we're coming, I say I'm sitting here, but I'm sitting and you're what, 20 miles away
Yeah.
virtually. So how are we adapting to our plans to stay active in the community?
As far as hopes, I think we're staying pretty active with social media. I think even just letting people know, hey, we're still here. We may have no choice but to get together in small groups in person, and hopefully a little bit sooner. But we've had a good 3 months where we haven't had that as an option, and we're staying active by doing social groups. I know Asher is heading up our trans group, which had some social meetups, and we've had an open meeting, which has been pretty good to get some new faces in the Zoom chat room and such. But right now we're a virtual presence and keeping people active, and I think that this Pride's really going to be a home run for us.
And what do you see for the virtual Pride?
It's a lot. It's one thing to just set up a camera and say, hey, we're here, but I see, and I hope that I'm not overshooting, but I think that we could get over 1,000 viewers that are tuning in throughout the day, a 2 to 3 hour block of time where people come together from different parts of Hagerstown, Washington County. Our Pride's really unique in the sense that Hagerstown is right there next to West Virginia and Pennsylvania, and even the DC metro area as well too. We get visitors that come up from that too. So I hope that with this virtual reach, we'll have that same kind of power to get people from different communities all together. So that will consist of live speeches, some good conversation from remote, somebody holding a microphone and saying, hey, I'm live, I'm in person, I'm connecting with you right there in your living room and with your family and your friends. It'll consist of a Zoom room just like this too, so people can actually still paint their faces, they can still dress up and still feel like they're celebrating Pride virtually together. They can see what their friends are wearing and say, hey, yeah, I like that shirt, I like that message, I like that hairspray, something fun like that. So it'll consist of some great performances. We're planning and choosing and reaching out to some performers, from drag queens to burlesque performers to drag kings to musicians to maybe even some youth performers as well too. So many things that we're thinking of, and the nice part is that this virtual format frees us to get a little bit more creative. We're not tied to just one location, so we may do some live drop-ins from downtown Hagerstown. We may have some nice pre-recorded videos too that people can get a little bit more creative with their visuals and their effects and special effects and things. you're really just not going to know what to expect when you tune in. But we'll definitely put it all together and let you know what's coming up, so you'll know when to tune in and when not to leave your computer, or your phone, or your tablet. You're not going to want to miss anything. But it's going to be really special.
And I feel the same way because if I may say, the location that we're at, like you're saying, we have just a little bit away, we have West Virginia, then we have Pennsylvania. But I feel like on the online platform, we can actually reach further.
Mm,
We can, up to Harrisonburg and beyond, Philly, all of them can join us all, join in. They can chat, they can, put their what they're feeling. And also the people that maybe aren't able to come to the physical pride, maybe family reasons, or
mm.
they're unable to, they're just not going to be in the area or whatnot. At least they can share and tune in and, still be a part of it, but, not all together.
That's a really great point too. Yeah, we do get that. Some people say in private conversations sometimes, like, "Man, I really wish I had the courage to go to Pride." And that was even myself at one point in my life too. It's like you sort of think like, "Oh gosh, I couldn't imagine having the courage to go out there, especially when there's protesters involved usually, and there's challenges that are involved with that. There really are." And that's a really great point. I'm glad you brought that up. And I think it'll help us connect with some new people that haven't been on our radar. And we made the announcement, to cancel Pride. It's been about 2 months now, and a lot of people were commenting saying, "Oh, this was going to be my first ever Pride." So this is a chance for them to still feel like they're celebrating, because we're all in the same boat together.
Right. Well, keep it on to personally. I'd like to know how you've been keeping busy.
I've been keeping busy. Well, my day job is here at the Washington County Chamber of Commerce, and so I'm stayed pretty busy. Our goal is to support small businesses, to support nonprofits, and they've taken direct hits through the shutdown, of course. So I've been keeping myself busy by guiding them towards the resources that are available when it comes to grants and funding and webinars and things like that we crank out to them. So that's keeping me busy throughout the week, and then Fridays around 5 p.m. I shift gears and I tap into, speaking of virtual events too, I set my whole living room up like it's a nightclub, and bust out the table, bust out the glitter, the disco ball, the fog machine, the club lighting, and go live Friday and Saturday night. So that's been helping me feel like it's normal, as a DJ that's used to working usually every weekend, and if I'm not working, going out. It's still helping me feel social. I'll see friends check in and hop on the microphone, and it's kind of like we're having conversation like you and I do, Chase, when we're in the DJ booth, and we're at the bar and stuff like that. So I've been keeping busy with that and connecting with loved ones through Zoom, and every time it makes me just imagine what this would have been like had this happened in the 90s when we didn't have all this technology. It would be a lot more isolating, I think. So I've been keeping busy, just kind of counting my blessings and working still my own way.
Right. And you can tell by the comments and everything when you're in those watching those live feeds, they're like, oh, he played my song. It's
Yeah.
just like when you're up on the booth and they're like, you know, at least, well, this they get a little keyboard happy sometimes with their requests.
Sometimes, yeah.
So that when you're behind the DJ booth and it's a little bit more intimidating. But to see the comments and everybody's just having a good time, and I personally look forward to Fridays and Saturdays just for that.
Yeah, thanks, Chase. Yeah, you're right. It makes us feel like we're all just like you had said. Actually, I think you dropped a comment the other weekend. Oh, the gang's all here, and it
Right.
feels like that still. It's like, oh man.
Yeah. Actually, people
So it's
like
fun
started adding me on Facebook and everything else because of that. And you're
because it
sitting
used to
there
sting
going,
you.
yeah, and they're we had that little thing going, add it to the list every time you get kicked off or something.
Right. Yeah,
It's
it's that
like,
even that's fun. So it's like, okay. Technology, copyrights.
all right. So this next question is a little bit heavy, uh,
Okay.
and I know it's been a while for us, But what kind of words of encouragement do you have for the 2020 seniors?
2020 seniors. It is heavy, you know. Um, and it's funny because I think back to my time as a high school senior, and I was anxious to get it over with. I think too. High school wasn't my favorite time of my life, but I appreciated the family togetherness most of all with the celebrations of graduation. So I would encourage the seniors to still be glad that their own families are probably celebrating them in very unique, memorable ways too. I would tell them, don't don't feel like it's the world against you, because every high school senior across the country, across the world, is going through this at the same time. So there's unity in that. So remember that, and know that you could bond with a classmate and still have those special memories as the summer starts, and you hopefully go off to college, or some kind of job or some kind of vocational training in the fall. So it's really neat. Yeah. um, it's been interesting to see too the lawn signs and things like that, that pop up saying, hey, we have a grad that lives here, and all those cool things. So I would encourage them to just not lose hope of that, and or not lose sight of that hope, and know that we're nearing the end of this, and it's certainly going to be a graduation that they'll never forget.
Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, this was fun.
Get it?
Yeah.
And this is Tim Lupersbeck. He's the VP of Events and Pride Committee Co-Chair, also known as DJ Sidekick. You can check him out every Friday and Saturday doing his live feeds from his cats that make the cameo.
They do. They love a party just like me.
I know I've known you for a long time, but I cannot remember the cat's name, but the keeps following the lights every time I tune in, and it's the best.
Heck no.
The circus.
She was named after rave music, and she happens to just love the club lights, so it makes sense.
Hey, she gets a free lodge party every Friday. So
she does. They sleep really well Sunday when I pack it all up. So.
And sometimes you've done Sunday afternoons. You're like, oh, let's just do it today.
While it's here, let's just do it. So who knows? It's going to be a long summer, so they'll keep going as long as I can.
And during quarantine, that's a good thing to have. So appreciate that.
Well, thanks, Chase. I like that shout out. That was nice.
No problem. Well, that does it for us. Don't forget to subscribe. We put these episodes out every Thursday. This is Tim Lupersbeck one more time. I call him Timberly, so you can just
I answer to many names.
Many names. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.